Oh, so when that plays, that must mean it's time to pop in around the world and go somewhere, go hang out and have some fun. What's up, sassy girl? How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good. A little tired from the weekend. How was the Halloween in the bayou? Did you get a lot of gators?
Oh no, no gators.
No gators, huh?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a quiet night at home. My son went to his friend's house, and that was it.
Oh, all right. So just want to say hello to Sharon's Pops and Plants, BK Phipps, Umpty Scratch. What's up, Mark Hauser? How are you? Whose house? It's Mark Hauser's house. We appreciate you guys dropping in. Christina Payne, Dream. So obviously, when we start heading out, we're going to be running through the airport, hopping on the plane, and we're going all the way out to Pennsylvania. So I'm making I'm going from West Coast to East Coast, and so I'm bringing the cold weather stuff because I'm sure this time of the year it's definitely hit the chill factor. So how about for you? What time this time of the year? Is it cold? Is it kind of medium?
It's been very cold. Well, not cold. It's been very chilly here. We dropped down to the 40s this past week and on the weekend, and so it's been a little. It's been a little nippy. It feels good though. The days are nice and sort of breezy. Yeah,
Okay,
so it's been nice.
awesome.
That's
Well, I'm excited today because we get a chance to go hang out with none other than Andrew over at the Luau.
yeah.
So when you mentioned that he was going to be coming on the show, and I was like, "Wow, this is going to be cool," because we've had a lot of different guests, and it's always fun each week to see who's going to come on. And Sassy's always booking them, and I'm like, "Okay, who's next? Who's next?" And we kind of go from there. So it's just
Well,
absolutely amazing to see everybody coming on the show, and we appreciate the love. And BK, yes, the snow. When we get those snow. That's one of the things I'm gonna start doing is making like little tiny video shorts, from now on, like around
yeah.
the lake and just something a little bit different.
Well, talking about the luau, I have watched him for as long as I've started, and but recently have really gotten to know him more. Whenever he did the show with "I Want This Stuff," and I really connected, and he talked about how he pranked his kids and different things like that, and it made me relate to him even more. So now I feel like I have a better sense of him, and he's very funny. So I'm really excited to see what we can get into today.
All right, Sassy, are you getting like a box of candy sent your way or
I
something like?
hope so. That would be awesome.
Right. No, absolutely. In this community, I know I had an opportunity with the Luau on Brandy's stream it was like a fundraiser, and that they did, and it was really huge. Just to be part of that and just see how we were raising all the money. And tots. We were helping out the kids that were in the hospitals and just doing a lot of raising and stuff. And I know Andrew was part of that, and he's always been able to help out in the community. So when you start seeing that, it's like an example, and because that's what I kind of look at as like the Luau has been around. He's got a great show he does on Sundays. I've had an opportunity to be on his show. I know you're going to be going on the show soon.
Mhm. In
Oh, there's
December.
that bearded barbarian guy.
Hey,
Who
maybe
let, who let that guy in? What is a security speaking? Come on, security. I thought I told you specifically. The bearded barbarian guy, he's got to go to the back door.
Well, I don't see King Bob here, so our security hasn't made it yet.
Yeah, the bearded barbarian guy, he's got to have that door's locked in the back. You got to send him around to the back. He'll probably spend the whole show trying to open it. Anyways, hello, bearded barbarian collectibles. Um, I know he's going to be heading that way to Luau as well. But yeah, we definitely have a great show, and we're going to go ahead and bring him on and hang out with him a little bit and get to know him a little bit better. And it's going to be not a long show today, guys. We have a couple of things going on, and Luau, obviously being on the East Coast, we're not going to keep him up late either. But let me go ahead and cue this up because we have to start the show. So you know how I do it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And let's see here. Hold on, my Google Chrome is not responding.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I guess. Well, Google Chrome, she's been kind of a little touchy because I'm not sharing money with her or something. You know, she's like,
Oh, yeah.
want treats for Christmas, you know, and Halloween. It's time of the year with the holidays, sentimental. So,
Yeah.
uh, so hold on right now. It is spinning, so I can't do anything. We're having a malfunction here.
Uh-oh.
One of those things. So I'm gonna see how it does. But we definitely. I mean, I can't even move my cursor to even add the luau right now at this moment if I wanted to. So hopefully, all right, Google Chrome. Come on.
BBC said, "What's up, Sassy?" and what's his name? Haha.
Yeah, that's all right. That's Bearded Barbarian Collectibles. Always talking loud and saying nothing. We love it. All right, so let me go ahead and see what's going on with this. Right now, it's just not responding. So, and I've been at work all day, and I'm sure, I think my cat, you know how everybody loves cat videos. I think my cat likes to get up here on the table and kind of push the keyboards a little bit and goes right to YouTube,
Yeah,
watch some of the cat videos.
I'm sure he does all day, every day.
Yeah. So, and that's kind of what we're doing here. But let me go ahead. What I'm going to do, Sassy, is I'm going to actually try to uh, exit out a little bit.
Uh-oh. What if he can't come back?
Well, it is, it's the holiday season. We just had the Halloween. We're getting Thanksgiving. Maybe the gremlins are still hanging around. No, just let me see what we got going on here. I shall take care of it shortly. Hold on. Let's see. I've never had this happen before. This is crazy. All right. All right. Close the program.
Hey, Christina. Please hit the like button, everybody. That was a nice little promo you did. Uh-oh, he's frozen. Oh, no. I hope I'm not here by myself. Andrew. User error. Hey, Sharon. Oh, we got two Erics now.
Yeah, now I need to.
Yes.
I'm going to get rid of this other one right here. Remove that. There we go. All right. Now we're going to go ahead. If he doesn't come back, I'm sure things will improve. Hey, you just wait, Bearded Barbarian. You wait till Sunday. I'm going to be heckling you. Let's see here. All right. Let me go ahead and do this again. And now what I'm going to do here is, so there's no just in case, I'm going to go ahead and add Andrew on so he's here in case this still does. That way he can run things in case I have to run out. All right, you know what I'm saying? Like, he can give you that little sidekick right there. Hello, Andrew. How are you, my friend?
I'm great. Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be on with you guys.
We didn't want to just leave you limbering back there through my Google Chrome. For some reason, is throwing a temper tantrum.
Pesky computers.
But what I'm trying to do is pull this up so I can have my intro that I always prepare for, and I'm just like, all right. But anyways, I wanted to make sure I added you to the mix because I don't want any issues. But anyways, how are you doing?
Wonderful. Yes. It's getting to my favorite time of the year. So it's getting cold. So I like cold.
Oh, yeah. You like Thanksgiving and Christmas?
I think I always loved Christmas the best, but I think I've moved over now to liking Thanksgiving as my favorite.
Because of the food?
It's the food, and we sort of moved it on to like a instead of like a sit down fancy type meal, we do more of like a here's like a buffet type thing, and I just seem to enjoy it more. I don't know what it is.
Well, and you don't have to buy gifts either, so.
you don't have to buy gifts. And then ever since I was able to get my wife to do the fake Christmas tree, we can actually put the Christmas tree up the next day. So it's a lot.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's the thing is, when do you put up? You know, like some people put it up right away. Like some people, like even in the month of November, they just like break it out and just throw it up
Well,
there.
Caitlin put up hers yesterday.
Oh my God.
Uh-huh.
It's like, you know, poor Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's like, I mean, come on, like,
I mean, we had Christmas candy already in stores last week before even Halloween was even here.
Yeah. Yep. Hey,
well,
Obi.
the good thing about that is, because being part of the Christmas swap, you know, I was first thinking I was going to scramble a little bit and be like, what am I going to send Christmas wise candy and stuff? But yeah, I mean, luckily, like Dollar Tree and Walmart and stuff started putting stuff out.
Yep.
What's up, MDC? I like Christmas because all my kids are older and we don't have to buy Christmas presents anymore. We take Christmas trips. So, and then I just pack their stocking up with as much as I can throw in there, and we take a week-long trip. So it's always nice. We've been doing that about 10 years. So
that's nice.
Yeah.
10 years.
And it's a different place every year. So it's not like the same thing every year. We try to find a new place.
Going this year?
I think we're going back to Pigeon Forge this year.
Okay.
We haven't been there in a few years. So favorite place to go. Have an indoor water park, so that's always nice.
We had that here in Pennsylvania. Up in the Pocono Mountains, it's like you have the Kalahari, the Great Wolf Lodge, and there's another one. And we had to do all three in like back to back years. And oh my goodness.
Yeah, I heard that Great Wolf Lodge is a great place to go check out.
I am not a fan of Great Wolf Lodge.
Oh, okay.
Great Wolf Lodge was probably my least favorite of all three because for adults, there was no place to eat. They had like a buffet and that was it. And then, you know, like your fries and stuff, where the other ones at least have a restaurant or two. So
yeah.
Okay. All right, so then I'll cross that off the list. I appreciate
at
that.
least here in Pennsylvania, that's how it was for me. And the other two parks were just a little bit better.
Well, I'm sure they're probably expensive too. Like,
yeah, they're not cheap.
Well, I know comparing Wilderness at the Smokies, where we like to go, it's almost half the cost of what the Grey Wolf is. Because we've looked into the Great Wolf Lodge, but it's like I said, it's double than the Wilderness at the Smokies, because we have one about 6 hours away from us around the Irving, Texas area, or Dallas or something like that. But it's super expensive. It's ridiculous.
I mean, we went in August, and even Kalahari, and I forget the other one was one that's up in the Poconos, and each one was, you know, they tried to tell you get the park pass, it's with your room, but it's still like $250, $300 a night.
Yeah. Well, Wilderness at the Smokies is around $150 a night, and then when I looked into Great Wolf, it was $350 or close to that. And I'm just like, that's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
What's up?
Control, Anthony Blaze.
I hope everybody's doing well. Craig, Christine Payne, that bearded guy, and Anthony Blaze. So I just wanted to go ahead and we're obviously going to start our promo. We're starting our show. We did it a little bit different, a little bit from the middle in. We had some technical difficulties, but we are ready to go. Yes, the Roadrunner and the Wild Coyote is good. They're definitely one of the favorites.
Hey, Hojo, what's going on?
Hojo, how are you, my friend? All right, so here we go.
When you're heading down, when it all just sucks, I'll be your Charlie Brown. You can make me laugh when I wanna cry. In the world of math, we're on an all-time high. You and I to the end, don't need to.
Let me get video to Instagrammers dancing to that.
These are great.
Eric's a good stalker.
That was good.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and they're watching
Eric,
the
these
luau.
videos are awesome.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I try to, it's fun. It when you learn as you go and you just try to find more creative ways to do things. That's the fun part about doing YouTube is,
Oh yeah.
you know, it does take some time. But at the same time, I like putting the time into it. So, but you know, Andrew, we appreciate you coming and hanging out and spending a little bit of time with us.
It's my pleasure, and then to be with two people that have done so much for the community, and the box swaps that you guys do, and SASSY running and stuff like that, running chat groups. I mean, it's my pleasure to be here with you guys.
Well, we definitely wanted to kind of get an opportunity for those that are watching on the rewind. If you're here for the first time and you have not known about the Luau, we wanted to give you information and get a chance to get to know him because he's a great guy. We all love him in the community, and he does some amazing things. So we are putting together a quiz, and that quiz is going to be, you know, answered by you guys in the chat. So make sure that you pay attention. Because Sassy's going to ask some questions. Now, the Luau, he asks questions and he has people on. And so it's a little bit different, I know, for him because he's usually in that driver's seat. But right now he's in the passenger side, and we're going to go ahead and have some fun. So, Andrew,
Yes.
Sassy is going to take it away, and she's prepared some questions here.
And we're going to do rapid fire because Andrew doesn't have the whole time to be here. So we want to make sure we get everything done so y'all can do the quiz and possibly get on the wheel for next month's prize. So when you first started YouTube and looking at it now, how different is it?
It's different as far as I think the people. So for me, it's the people that were there. And that just means sometimes the people that were watching, and sometimes, you know, the people that I was there and did a lot of stuff with have just sort of changed over the time. That's probably the big thing for me. I think the way it's done is still very similar. I still have fun doing it and I enjoy it. And I think it's just sometimes you see the people that aren't there, and sometimes it's, you know, it's like they're just not there anymore. You just got to get ready that you know, life changes and everything's different for everybody.
Right.
Probably the big change for me.
When you started though, does your channel look different? Like your content look different than whenever you?
The background, I mean, I think I started on man, there were some videos where I was sitting on Indian style on a floor with a backdrop, and then there was a couch, and then we did sort of like this weird seating to what it sort of evolved with like the cases and, you know, the Captain America chair and stuff like that. So yeah. Always evolving.
And was it always Funko to start?
No, it actually was. It was sneakers. I enjoyed watching, like many people did, you know, Clint over at Franchise Kicks, and I love the sneakers just like he did, and sort of had that culture of sneakers. So I did a few sneaker videos, and then it was the Funko Pops, and you know, every now and then we sprinkle in, you know, a subscription box or a rare occasion a hot toy, something like that.
Okay, that's cool.
You said a rare occasion.
Right.
I can't play him like a Jetta Patrol. You know, they're the camera angles, and
he does so awesome with all those unboxings and
that's his bag, and I cannot. I know I can't unbox something as good as he can with that. So I might show one off, or here's what it looks like in box. I picked this up. That's about my level.
So did you get bored with the sneakers and that's how you just kind of transitioned to Funko, or have you always collected Funko and then you just decided that would be your main focus?
I had some Funkos before, you know, the channel, and then the channel just made it go boom.
Okay.
So I had sort of certain sports figures, some wrestling people, some movie ones, and then doing the YouTube and the mystery box just exploded that.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. God, I love Sully. I love Monster.
Why did you decide to do the Sunday stream?
So Sunday just worked out good for my schedule, and that's just I went with it. It started. I think the first giveaway I ever did was like a pair of socks, and seriously, and then it went to like one pop, and then it just got bigger and bigger, and then it just always fell on a Sunday. Normally it was just like a quick 20-30 minute thing, and then it's gone to, you know, bringing guests on and unboxings. And
so it didn't start as an interview show. It just started as a, we're gonna hang out, talk, and, you know, talk in the chat kind of thing.
Hang out, and then it started where I would let if someone won and they wanted to bring somebody on or them, I would offer that as a prize. And then it just got to where we did that for a while, and then I just sort of liked having a little control, because sometimes you know, sometimes things can get out of control.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. It was harder to guide an hour-long interview or show or hangout session with someone I didn't know or didn't know anything about. It was hard for me to pull that off, and it was work sometimes.
So you do a mystery box battle every week with Sean Ryan, right?
Mostly every week. We're coming up on we've done 90 some battles already.
Wow, that's awesome. Okay, that was going to be my next.
Just want to double check for those that are out there. So that's on Saturdays sometimes, but you do have Thursdays. So you kind of sometimes go back and forth, right? Because I've seen them.
We did Thursdays for almost a year, and then we would sometimes flip it up and do like Tuesdays and Wednesdays. And then sort of with Sean's schedule, he likes Saturday nights, and we've stuck with that one.
Okay.
What process goes into the Sunday show?
So, like, the guests are, I could do the guests sometimes take a month to sometimes 2 months in advance, sort of planning that. Mm-hmm. And then it's, you know, sometimes I like to have a week off from a guest, or I'll do 2 or 3 in a row. But the idea of what I'm going to do on Sunday comes normally on Saturday morning. I'll go down. I'm like, all right, I got to do the thumbnail. And sometimes I do it ahead if I have a guest. If I don't, I got to come up with something. And then it's like, what do I want to unbox? Do I want to do a trivia? What do I want to do? And it just, or what mask for Halloween do I want to do? And it just sort of comes together.
Yeah.
I play it loosey-goosey.
Okay. When did you start YouTube and why? Of course, you started because of the sneaker thing, right?
Watching Clint do it, and then I mean, there's other people. I watched, you know, I watched Sean early on. I watched Pop Couple early on, Jetta Patrol when he was like strictly all Funko, and I just sort of liked the mystery box. I like the gamble of it, and I think the end of December will be 3 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. If you could meet any sports celebrity, who would it be? Who would be your first choice?
Hands down, Michael Jordan.
And that's funny. That's how you answered it when I sent you the question.
Wait.
I gotta tell you, I have met Michael Jordan. You know, here at Celebrity Golf. You know, he's also in the casinos, at the high roller tables and stuff. He's he's really different from what you see. His personality is really, really different. But, you know, once again, though, you never know when these celebrities, what's going on with them and what they've been through and this and that. But I just know that when you do look up and you're like, oh, there's Michael Jordan, you know, you do have that awe. And I do have the ability to say, yes, it was a pleasure to meet him. But it would have been nice to have a extenuating meeting with him, you know. So
I think that the Last Dance, I think, showed a different side of him, of who he is, and you know, I think he can come off maybe not what people think he is, but I sort of have that vision. I kind of knew that, you know, he's a competitor. He loves to gamble. You kind of realize he's probably standoffish and could come off like an ass.
Well, you know, you have to think about celebrities' point of view, though. They have to live guarded, because you can't really trust anyone because you don't know if they're your genuine friend or if they want something from you, you know, and there's always people trying to grab up, can I have your autograph? Or, you know, so they have to live a certain way and carry themselves a certain way too, you know, to where it may come off that they're, you know, standoffish or
and
weird, you know.
With him, he was, I mean, he's probably the #1 athlete for everyone for men. I mean, I remember we were in school and this was like 96 and it was a Make-A-Wish, and there was someone they were talking about the AIDS blanket, and his Make-A-Wish was to meet Michael Jordan. And they said, to meet Michael, it's easier to meet the president of the United States than it is to have a shot at meeting Michael Jordan.
Wow. I mean, he must be someone special. Look at all the pops of him, you know, still being made to this day. It's crazy. So how do your kids feel about you having more toys than them?
So they come down and we keep it all in the basement. So it sits in the basement. And I mean, everything is down here. So some stuff you guys don't even see, from Loungefly to the hot toys to the other figures. And they sometimes come down and want certain things. You know, if it's a Princess Pop, or my son really wants, you know, he wants a hot toy in his room of his own. So yeah, they definitely would want certain things.
He's really into anime though, right?
He likes the anime stuff, yeah, which works for me because I don't get it.
There you go.
Quick draw.
Oh, geez. So of course you have kids. So are you married?
I am. What was it now? 16 years.
Mm-hmm. And where did you meet? I thought it was an interesting story.
So yes, and I don't know how deep I got in your answer earlier, but
not too deep, but I figured we could on the show. So
it believe it or not, it was a blind date, and it was set up by my mother. So my mother worked with my wife, and we always harass her. Hey, could I have your number for my son? And then it was, I mean, she just wore down, and she would say, you know, every time I see you, I see my son with you. And she never told me this until afterwards. She got me a number. I cold called her, and actually she was on another date. So I talked to her mother for like 10 to 15 minutes. Eventually we went on a date, and I didn't know I mean, my big thing is I go on a first date, I bring flowers, and I didn't know she didn't like red roses. And I was like, oh, geez, I screwed this up. And I still gave it to her, and yeah, we were together ever since. I've never forgiven my mother for this. I bring it up all the
time. Well, and through your videos, we see that there's 2 different little people. Are that the only 2 little people?
Those are it, yes.
That's it. And how old are they?
So 14 and 10. 14
and 10. Now, I know Aaliyah's name, but what's your son's name?
Zach.
Zach. Okay, I don't think I've ever heard that. I know I've heard of Leah because she's my favorite. Don't tell Zach. But I absolutely love her. She is adorable.
Yeah,
I love her. I love her hair. Like when she started taking them out of the ponytail, and she just lets it go free. I love that.
She loves to show off the earrings, and he was doing it. He gets a little where he thought this was his thing. And he did not like incorporating her. And I've said, you know, everyone wants to see just the 2 of you do it.
Oh, and yeah, he's not going to let that happen.
It took me 4 weeks to get them to. There is a video. It's I don't know if I could ever get another one, but there's one where it's just the 2 of them doing it.
Oh, geez, I can't wait to see that one. So what are your top 3 fandoms?
So Ad Icons is #1, although I'm not a completionist anymore because the McNuggets did me in. McDonald's stuff I could not recover. I don't know what it was. At first it was like the pops, the otter pops. And I was like, I don't know. And then the McNuggets just pushed me over the edge. So I collect ones that I sort of like, you know, and the big names like the cereals and stuff like that. And,
yeah.
The other one would probably be movies. I end up going to like collect like some of the new ones were like The Fifth Element and Coraline and Goonies. And then probably the third one would probably be Marvel. Iron Man, Captain America. I like a lot of those.
Yeah. I like the core, like Iron Man, Hulk, you know, Captain America,
It
just
is.
the base characters. What is your favorite? Where's your favorite place to hunt Funkos?
So for me, there's nothing around. So there is like the Walmarts and Targets. We have one box lunch and one Hot Topic, but they're in the mall, and I don't rarely go to the mall, so it's not great hunting around here. There used to be a store, Invalid Unboxed. I don't know, people that have watched YouTube and watched Funko for many years might remember Invalid. He had a store for a couple months. That was kind of cool to go to, but that was it. Not much around here to go Funko Pop hunting.
No comic book stores or anything. Wow.
One or two, but they don't do any Funko Pops. No Funko.
Wow. Yeah, we don't have a whole lot here. My box lunch is an hour away, and I have a Hot Topic here and an FYE, but I have a flipper here, so he pretty much gets to it before I can. So,
but Pennsylvania does have some.
They do. I mean, we can't talk to her. You know, I don't eat any Hershey products. Truth be told, I may do chocolate in my day job, and it's not Hershey.
But
well, no cheap tickets to the theme park then.
If you have ever gotten a box from the LUAU, though, it is loaded with amazing chocolate.
You will see it. You will see it in a couple weeks.
That's one of the things right there. So that's we're excited about that. Okay, so what we're doing, guys, is we're giving you guys an opportunity to do this quiz. Like I said, the LUAU being on the East Coast, we have asked him to be on the show, but he doesn't have as long time as we normally do. So we're trying to make sure that we get as much as we can in a short period of time. So we are going to pull up the quiz, and how that's set up is the top three will go on our wheel for that. So let me go ahead and pull that up. In the meantime,
well, and my last question is where were you born and where do you live now?
So I was born in Lancaster, PA, which is close to Hershey, and I live at a place called Mount Joy, which is right near. I'm like 20 minutes away from Hershey, and
wow.
For people that love amusement parks, Hershey Park. So yeah.
Yeah. Born and raised in that area, though, right? That's awesome. Wow. Beautiful.
Amish country.
Do you see people riding in the horse wagons?
Yep, we have horse and buggies all the time, and
awesome.
a lot of Amish community is not too far off. Yes.
Yeah.
There it is.
That's cool.
Sorry, I'm going to tell you. So the Conestoga wagon, generally with that's one of the huge things, out there in the early ages. You had Wheatland, the estate from James Buchanan, our 15th president. They had the long rifle out there as well. And one day, actually, it was the capital of the United States in 1777 for one day. So Lancaster is one of the oldest inland towns in the United States. So, great place. They've got the historic Rockford Plantation, marionette theaters, hot air balloons, a lot of science factories and places, farmers market, the Central Market that they have over there is really cool. And Dutch Wonderland is there. And then the Holtwood Dam out in that area. So there's a Longs Park as well, which is 80 acres. They have concerts, barbecue competitions, art exhibits. So a lot there in Lancaster for that. So, but I know the Conestoga wagon was really, really cool. So I definitely wanted to show that one more time. But let me go ahead and pull this up.
Did you ever see any cameras or anything when they were filming that show with the Amish, breaking the Amish or something like that?
I've never seen those. We did I literally live about 10 minutes away where they filmed John and Kate +8 from
okay.
So they were actually local.
Wow.
We saw them a bunch of times, and the house is not too far from here that they used to live in. There's a couple movies. I mean, I remember Witness was filmed here with Harrison Ford. There's a couple movies have been filmed in the area.
Because I know the Amish show, they used to talk about Lancaster a lot. So
there's a lot of Amish in the area of Lancaster. Yeah, there's even like you go down even farther, and it's like you have the markets, the furniture that they make. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Brave.
If you would go over there and film and then show some on your channel, that would be awesome.
It's possible. One of these days, next year we have season passes to Hershey Park, so I do some rides.
That'll be fun.
All right, guys. So there you go. There's a quiz. This is going to be based on the questions that we asked. So hopefully you guys will be paying attention. You'll be quick on the trigger finger. We're going to take the top 3 will be added to our wheel. The wheel gets spun at the end of each month, and we send out a prize. We alternate from there. So hopefully you guys will be paying attention, and you'll be able to answer these questions in regards. And then, chat, we're going to have a little extra fun as well. So right after that, but we'll get that going, see how many people hop in there. We just want to say shout out to everybody. So Brandy, Geek Meets Eats. Hello, Brandy. We got James Bashir, Sharon Pops and Plants. Hope you guys are doing well. Andrew, how was the Halloween experience for you? Do you guys just kind of chill, relax, or was there?
This year was really a wacky one. So in our township, they set the date, which is normally if Halloween falls on the 31st falls on a Saturday, Sunday, they do it Friday night. And it's rain or shine. They just set the date, and it was pouring down rain, and the neighborhood decided let's do it Sunday. So trick or treat was Sunday night, and it was. I think some people went out trick or treating in the rain, and some people just said, we're not going to pass out candy since it's Friday's a rain out. So it wasn't as busy as it normally was, but at least last year we didn't do it. At least the kids got out to do it.
Yeah, we actually so last weekend we had snow, so I'm glad it's snow and rain, so I'm glad that didn't fall on the Halloween side of it. But the neighborhood that we did go into is kind of cool because people were shooting candy from the windows down a slide.
That's cool.
And so the kids would stand and have their bags open, and the candy would just kind of drop into the bags. And then a lot of people decorated and stuff like that. So the only thing that really like my son was like, Dad, because he had his friend over all weekend, and he wanted to trade, candy, but I had to get his friend home by 9:00 because school the next day, and so he didn't get a chance to do that. So he's like, that's one of the things I look forward to. So I'm telling you right now, if people are listening, I think we petition for Halloween to be the last Saturday of the month every year. It gives people an opportunity to throw parties. They could still hang out through the night. The kids don't have to feel like you're going to school the next day, because that's the other thing too. Realistically, if you look at the educational side of things, the kids on Monday, how they feel when they're coming to school, they're not productive. And as an educator, I see that it's really, really hard. So I think set them up for success. Set these kids up for success. Let's have Halloween on a Saturday every year, just like Thanksgiving is last Thursday. I say we do it. Now
the next couple of years, it's going to fall on weekdays.
I know that's why we got to change it now, guys. We got to change it now. Let's whoever call your governor, the assembly, whoever you got to talk to, put it out there. Let's do the change.org or whatever. What about I got to ask you, are you a big pumpkin pie guy?
I like pumpkin pie, and sometimes I've been playing with dieting for a year and a half now, and I do cheat when it comes to anything pumpkin. So if it's like chocolate that has pumpkin, if it's coffee with pumpkin, if it's pumpkin pie. Yeah, I like pumpkin a lot.
Have you tried the pumpkin pie Kitkats?
I have there. That is a now obviously it's a Hershey product kind of, but
Yeah.
I make an exception with Kit Kat. I feel
Okay.
it's Nestle. It's universal.
Okay.
And yeah, I every year I do buy a bag or two.
All right. King Bob says apple pie is better. All right. Well, I just put both on my plate, so I'm like, I still keep trying to decide. I think my right side likes pumpkin pie, and my left side likes apples, so I just kind of please both.
The nice thing, Thanksgiving, you do both.
Yeah, especially that morning, having it in the morning is good too. All right, so
some people prefer sweet potato pie.
Ooh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and run this right now. So here we go.
Good luck.
All right, what about like apple pie? What you like the crumbles on the top, or you like putting the vanilla ice cream, or you do?
I like to switch. I like both, but if I like ice cream, I like no crumbles on the top, and like around here, ice cream's my weakness, and it's like Penn State Creamery up here, which I actually still ship even though I live a couple hours away. I love it.
Well, just the idea of creamery, just that phrase right there, just sounds amazing right there. So, I mean, you had me at creamery, no problem with that.
Right at the college, they make, and I buy. I mean, literally, when I buy it, I buy like 10 half gallons of the stuff, and I deep freeze it because at Halloween it's Monster Mash, which is like caramel, vanilla, and cookies in it.
Ooh.
And then they make an caramel apple ice cream for the Thanksgiving time frame, and oh my goodness!
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So Johnny Funko did a super chat earlier, and so during the questions, and I didn't want to interrupt, but so Johnny Funko, appreciate the super chat. So here we go. Once again, thank you so much. I appreciate everybody, hanging out and stopping in. It's early in the week. You got Tuesday. Now we're heading into the month of November. So Andrew, now that Halloween's kind of getting pushed behind us, and then you did say that you do like pumpkin pie and everything. So what else do you like about the month of November? I mean, you're getting the cooler weather. There's the Thanksgiving to think about. The hard part about Thanksgiving is because they do the Black Friday and they always make the shopping. So I know for us, we usually do Thanksgiving dinner like 2 days before or the day before. And then I usually, if I don't have the boys, like I have them for Christmas this year, I don't have them for Thanksgiving. So we'll do our dinner like on Wednesday or Tuesday. But we usually go shopping, sometimes too, because it's kind of like you're sucked into it. Like you're like, if I don't go, I might not get this. How's tradition with you guys?
So we've always had Thanksgiving on Thursday, on Thanksgiving Day, and I've been able to sort of, before it was always like we go to my wife's parents or like my mom's, and it would be more traditional. And I just always want to say, so I buy Thanksgiving. I go and buy almost like pre-done at a like it's called Simply Turkey, and it's literally all the fixings or everything there. I make it my own mac and cheese, and I make desserts. And we heat everything up, and it's sort of like buffet style, and leave the football game on. And we bring the ads out, look at the ads. Sometimes if we're feeling spunky, we might put the Christmas tree up that night. And but I've never gotten into shopping. Like Black Friday, my mother hated shopping. She would never go Black Friday shopping. My wife's never been into it, so it's something we've never done the shopping for.
See, I started to do it, and I got used to it. And then one of the other things that was hard, because when the boys are not with me for Thanksgiving, I was like, well, this was a good opportunity to go get some stuff and go from there. So I kind of gotten used to that. They've gone with me a few times as well, so they're kind of like, oh, Dad, we're going to go Black Friday shopping, So, but you are fighting. It used to be really bad when you were waiting outside. you know, around the lines, and it was cold and kind of doing that. But now that at least Walmart lets you in that day, they might not sell you anything, but you can walk around and kind of check things out. So
That's nice.
yeah, so I always enjoyed that part of it. But I really feel at the same time, though, they should do it on Saturday. Like, you know, just let everybody enjoy their Thursday, Friday, start everything Saturday, Sunday. You know, let everybody give it a fair shot. So.
Yep.
And I would go. I mean, I remember when we had Toys R Us, I would go. I remember staying out in line at I think it was 4:30 on a day after the Saturday after Thanksgiving, waiting for some. I forget what it was. Some fur baby thing. It's something. I remember vividly.
Yeah, and that's the thing is like, or back in the days, I remember when I was younger, like them trying to get like the Cabbage Patch Kids, you know, and like. There was always something at Christmas time or something that people were waiting in line for. You know, your Atari,
Nintendo, the video games, Cabbage Patch. Man, I remember, and I'll probably show my age with this, but I remember Super Mario 2 was like a huge Christmas thing one year, and this was when I was younger.
Well, all right. So just checking out right now the dashboard. Looks like James is still in there. But one of the things, you know, so obviously, you know, Thanksgiving, now guys, that sounds really good. You know, buying all the stuff, like, you know, going to Andrew's house. Like, I mean, are you guys up for that? I think we should carpool. I think, you know, maybe he'll adopt us. I don't know, but you know, like
you
I
never
said,
know. You never know.
You know, he's got hot
I mean,
toys.
We'll do videos with you as long as you want. I mean, we'll do all the videos you want us to do.
All right, so we're just checking on this quiz real quick, seeing who's going. I'm not seeing any movement from James at this point, so I'm going to go ahead, and it looks like we do have Mr. Umpty again.
Oh, Umpty.
Umpty
But,
Scratch.
I don't know who Amish Paradise is, so I can't write their name down for the wheel.
Quick draw.
I was gonna say King Bob, but then I see King Bob's down there. So you got Tats. So let me go ahead and end this through. So if you do want to be on that wheel, we are unfortunately going to have to claim that Amish Paradise.
It looks like it's Quick Draw McGraw.
Oh, I should have known there. Yes, Quick Draw. That makes sense now. Yes, Quick Draw. All right.
I got you down.
Leave it to good old Quick. You know,
top 3, right?
Yeah, top 3.
Okay.
All right, so we're going to go through the questions right after this, guys. Thanks again for being part of the stream. All right, so we're going to go ahead and review the questions. So looking, and we'll just have Andrew, you can go ahead and answer in regards. Looking back when you first started YouTube, how different is YouTube now? More taco videos, not enough Monster Inc.'s do-it-yourself videos. Some think I might be a travel agent, or people are different but similar. How it is done.
Similar how it's done, yeah.
Yeah. All right. And when it came to choosing a Sunday show, was there any special reason behind the Sunday, that choice? The LUAU just said, "Oh, Sunday, okay, yeah," you know, or Monsters Inc. is taking his Friday. He watches Goonies on Saturday. What would be the answer that we're looking for?
He watches a Looney Tune on Saturday.
Sometimes, yeah. Just working the schedule.
All right. And when you plan a show, how long do you take to plan it out? 2 weeks, 10 days, 3 days, or wait, I'm supposed to prep?
We go with the 2 weeks. Yeah, I try. The guests are what you got to really plan out for.
All right, so 2 weeks. And then when did you start up YouTube and why? 2 years ago, not into TikTok very much. 4 years ago, and hey, why not? 3 years ago in December, and saw Franchise Kicks. So wanted to try it 2 years ago, and a friend at work double dog dared me. So which one of those fits?
Easily the Franchise Kicks 3 years ago. And I got to meet him, which was awesome. So I got to actually hang out with Clint a little while ago in Indianapolis, which was a lot of fun.
he seems like a fun guy. I mean, he seems like somebody.
He's exactly what you would think. He's more quiet than you think he is. He's very
Really?
very humble, and he's a little bit quiet. But we yeah, I mean, we went out for 2Ps. 2Ps was there. We went all to the football game, and Clint got a hold of me this Saturday. We went out to a dinner, and then we went out to the football game. And him and his wife took me to Indianapolis and showed me, Peyton Manning used to live here, and T.Y. Hilton lives there, and went to the game, went out to dinner. So yeah, he was an awesome guy. Hope to get out to Indy again.
Nice. Okay, so who would be a sports celebrity that he would want to meet? Hulk Hogan, Michael Jordan, John Elway, Charles Barkley.
Easily, it's MJ. Although Hulk Hogan, not bad.
Not a bad runner up there. How do your kids feel about you having more toys than them? Wait, I have toys. They're always saying, "You're going to keep that? You're going to keep that?" They have started a petition to hand out the toys over, or they do want some of the pops and figures, but yeah,
they would like some of their own. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, I've seen him. Can I keep this one?
Are you going to keep that? You going to keep that?
He's like, yeah, I don't know. We'll talk about it later.
They do.
I love the expressions that he makes in his videos. When they say certain things.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
How did you meet your wife, and how long have you been married? Set up on a blind date by my mom in 16 years, Monsters Inc. convention in 14 years, at a Goonies premiere in 17 years, or a wrestling event in 15 years.
The Goonies premiere would have been interesting, but now it was man, that would really date me. That's 85. That would really wow.
I mean, you could have married young.
I would have married young. I remember going to a Goonies premiere. Yes, it was set up on a blind date by my mom in 16 years.
All right.
Back in the day, they got married at like 13, 14, 15, so.
That would have put me at 8. That might have been a little young.
So what is Andrew's top 3 fandoms? So we have Ad Icons Marvel and movies, or Ad Icons Marvel movies, Ad Icons Rock Pops horror, Ad Icons DC TV shows. Sometimes, guys, you got to check the spelling.
Ad Icons Marvel and movies.
All right. So likes to,
and that definitely Sloth is one of my favorites. I mean, you can't go wrong with Sloth.
And when hunting for Funko Pops, is there a local spot to go hit up? So Willy Wonka and I are good friends. Not really good spots, actually. Wait, we're supposed to go on toy hunts. I can't reveal all my secrets at once.
Not really any good spots here, but
a lot of people thought you couldn't reveal the secrets. So, where was Andrew born and raised? Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Lancaster, PA, Lancaster, Erie, Pennsylvania, Allentown.
Oh, you got 3 people with that one.
Yeah. We think they would learn by now, but so I say Lancaster, Pennsylvania.
Bearded Barbarian said it wasn't a cool trick.
Hey, it's still, I still look at Halloween. It's the clearance side of things. You still get a few extra tricks, and some treats. So that's kind of.
I have a question for you, Eric, just because I'm curious of this one. And I know you're a horror fan. What did you think of the Halloween movie?
So I enjoyed the Michael Myers parts. Yep. I really, really enjoyed that. I did not like the dialogue very much. I thought that the dialogue was kind of off in some ways. I also am kind of curious. The directors have talked about him not being immortal, but yet, if you know some of the scenes in the movie, you're kind of like thinking, well, Courtney Jude, in regards to coming on and interviewing with him. So I've had some ongoing conversations with him, and I just recently talked to him just the other day. He had been slammed, obviously, because of the Halloween, but he told me to reach out to a certain person and, to try to set something up, and he would like to do that. So I'm trying to get that. Hopefully, I can get that in the works. So, but definitely for me, I thought, I enjoyed bits and pieces of it, and I enjoyed putting the money towards it. but at the same time, it's like, okay, where are they going to go for the next one? And I know there's a lot of backlash too, because some people are like upset about like the opening scene. Um, there's some things with the dialogue, and it didn't get as good ratings as the first one. But I thought for overall, I probably would have said, 8 out of 10. I mean, I'm not going to give this a 10, but I give it anywhere at that 7.5. Um, but I am looking forward to the next one, definitely, and I'm hoping that they can finish that however they do. I'm kind of figuring when it says Halloween ends, it kind of means maybe Laurie Strode, like she's going to go. Jamie Lee Curtis, I think Michael Myers will still kind of hang out for something down the road, but we'll see. We'll see how they do that. So, did you get a chance to take it in?
I did watch it. Yes, I think I was expecting more Laurie in it, and the ending sort of threw it for me. I was all right with everything, and then the end was like, I don't know.
Well, and that was, that's what I said. The ending was questionable. There were parts of the movie that were kind of like, okay, where does this fit? It seems like they tried to take that puzzle piece and really shove it in there. Um, but I really liked his portrayal of Michael Myers. I thought that he did a fantastic job.
Yeah.
With that, and I liked how they paid the homage back, in the beginning as well. So, for overall, I mean, it's a horror movie, and I know a lot of the critics, usually don't give horror movies, the best ratings, anyways. But it's Michael Myers. It's Halloween. For me, it was worth me putting in the $12, and sitting down with some popcorn with my boys. So
That's a good. Yeah, absolutely.
yeah. So I mean, that's kind of the way I look at it. Um, so let me see if they have comments here.
Are you looking forward to watching the Eternals?
I love Marvel, and I'm looking forward to some good Marvel movies. For whatever reason, Eternals hasn't hooked me. I don't know why.
Son can't wait. He's like, Dad, you want to go this weekend? If not, I'm going with my friends.
Did you read comics for the Eternals? Did you
I'm not a comic. That might be what hurts me a little bit, because I was never a comic person.
And that's, if you take the average person that didn't read a lot of comic books and you mentioned Spider-Man, they are going to be familiar with Spider-Man. Yeah. They're going to be familiar with Batman. So they will transcend to the cinemas in regards. Now, I know this is probably the Marvel's going to be one of their lower tier, probably watch type movies or cinematic scores or whatever. But the part that's going to be really good in regards is it's going to tie in some things in the future movies. And that's why you have to kind of look at it. If you really want to say, okay, where are they going to go from here? What is this? This is a centerpiece of the movie that's going to lead in a certain direction. And it's, once again, it's like, okay, maybe go on a Saturday. Don't pay the full price, go just chill and hang out. I don't know. I'm kind of, obviously Spider-Man's, looking more and more exciting at the end of the year. I wish they'd hurry up and just come out. I saw the Morbius trailer today, which was to me, I'm like, okay, I'm excited for that one. You got Scream in January. So
Scream looks awesome. Go! Yeah. I'm looking forward to. I mean, I think my big one is probably Ghostbusters. I really want to see what they do with Ghostbusters.
Yeah, and that's what we have. Like, I mean, there's a lot to look forward to on the upside heading into the next year. But the Eternals, the indication, I think Marvel, if you look at the World Series, like one on the billboard, or there was like an ad or something like that, they kind of promoted Hawkeye.
Yeah.
And here you have your big tent pole, so to speak, for this month coming up, and there wasn't as much push in that regard. So I think that Marvel is using,
almost like they take it as not like a B movie, but they're not pushing it like the Iron Man and the Guardians. They're just, it's there, it's, and see what happens type thing.
Yeah, I don't think they're looking to sign this on as a 2 and a 3. I think it's just a piece to say, let's tie something in. Yep. And this is how we're going to tie in the mutants, and we're going to tie in this and this to allow other future films. And I think
it's a good cast. I mean, I think it's well cast. I think it'll be good. I think, COVID's going to hurt the box office like it has with all movies, really. But.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely you know, but there's a lot of good things to look forward to, like you say, with the Ghostbusters, you know,
The
Morbius.
Matrix. I mean, we're gonna get another Matrix.
Those, the BAM, the pops, you know, were looking amazing, you know, that they got coming out. So
I don't. I always have an issue when they recast somebody, and if they don't explain, like recasting, how could you not have Lawrence Fishburne as Morpheus? I got to see how they explain it. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt, but that could be a deal breaker for me. I mean, for me, I think the Matrix movies was like awesome, and then the second was like, all right, there's a lot of the you know, the glitz and the glamour to it, and then the third one was like, I was like, what did I watch? This is, you know, that's just me.
yeah, I would do the cheap. Well, I mean, when you look at replacements, you know, I mean, it's really hard for people to really succeed in some shoes, you know, 100%. One of the things down the road, the animated, the Buzz Lightyear, now they got Chris Evans doing the voice. And like, I mean, for them to explain that, because I mean, you know, the voice for Buzz Lightyear is so iconic. So, you know, I mean, it's tough to do that, to throw that in there and replace somebody.
I
Now,
think they look and they don't want to retire the character, but they also have like Tim Allen and you know, Tom Hanks, who basically said 4 was it. We're not going to do anymore.
and I
that
mean,
puts them in a bad
is this
spot.
a different version of a Buzz Lightyear? Is it a part of the, you know, like, because you had so many in that core, like, is it just a different, you know, different one? So, I mean, it'll be interesting to see that. But what's up, Nancy? How is it going?
Hello, Nancy. And the Book of Boba. I mean, excited for that. That preview came out yesterday, and that was like, wow. That I think a lot of
Yeah,
people are pretty upset we're not getting Mandalorian now, but the Book of Boba could be awesome.
I really like where they're going with that, 100%. And so I'm excited for that as well. So it's looking to be a strong finish to the year, with some things that are coming out and a great start to the year. So 100%.
Hopefully, it'll be a better year.
But to do that, I wanted to, you know, because I wanted to do this real quick before we get ready to start kind of closing a few things up. But Andrew, we're going to do a little loaded questions here.
I'm
And
ready.
well, we want the chat to play along. Okay, so chat, we're going to ask Sassy, uh, Andrew, and myself. We are going to put some questions in the private, or some answers in the private chat, and I'll go ahead and read them to you. And you're going to go ahead and decide who picked what, and see if you get it right. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Is we're going to play a little loaded questions, in regards. So here we go. Okay, so this is a question for you guys, the panel, and you guys in the chat. Like I said, you can figure out, see if you get it right. Um, so, Sassy and Andrew, if one song could be regarded as your personal anthem, what would it be?
Wow, that's a good question.
And you're going to put it in the chat, and then I'll read it, what all three answers are, and we'll see if the chat can kind of figure that out. All right. So, all right, we have, Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Bad to the Bone, and Try Again. So, now you may think Sassy's Girls Just Want to Have Fun. You never know. I mean, but so what do you guys think? Who picked what? So you have Try Again, Bad to the Bone, and Girls Just Want to Have Fun. So let's see if you can guess all three and get them correctly, from there.
Hey, Nadia.
What's up, Nadia?
Welcome back,
And,
Mark.
and also, tomorrow, guys, if you get an opportunity to go check out, I think it's 7 p.m. Central, but Mad Hatter is doing his birthday celebration. So definitely want to stop in. A lot of people will be stopping in over there for Mad Hats, you know, giving some celebration there. So definitely do that. All right, so we have Sassy, Bad to the Bone, Andrew, Try Again, and they picked me for Girls Just Want to Have Fun. All right, our luau's definitely Girls Just Want to Have Fun is Quick Draw. So there you go. Airport Patrol says Batter the Bone for luau. So Sassy, what was your song?
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Okay. And Andrew, what was your song?
Try Again by Aaliyah.
All right, and I picked Batter the Bone. So, all right.
If they knew you, they would have picked Try Again because of Aaliyah.
They might not have known who sung it, so I figured if I put Try Again,
I know you said she's your favorite artist, so hence why Aaliyah is Aaliyah.
and spelled the exact way. I had to fight for that one, but yeah.
All right, what movie soundtrack stands out to you the most?
Night, Nancy. Hope you feel better. I'm sorry.
Night, Nancy. Feels better. What movie soundtrack stands out to you the most?
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Okay. All right. So we have for the answers, guys, and you guys can figure this out and try to guess. So we have, let's see here. We have Highlander, The Bodyguard, and Dirty Dancing.
That's some good stuff.
So obviously you have some great soundtracks there. So you got Highlander, Dirty Dancing, and The Bodyguard. So what do you guys think? Who said what?
This is a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all good.
Yeah.
All memorable.
And
Go on, you do some karaoke.
Yeah, it's getting colder these days. It's harder, you got to warm the pipes up a little bit with some tea. So the Luau Highlander, Sassy Cajun Bodyguard, Dirty Dancing, definitely Eric. Let's see. I'll give one more quick guess here. So, all right. So, Sassy, what was? Oh, wait. Hold on, Mr. Crispers. Oh, good old Mr. Crispers. Are you going for the stone cold look on purpose? Well, Mr. Crispers, never a dull moment without Mr. Crispers. Airport Patrol, Highlander for me, Sassy Dirty Dancing, and Luau the Bodyguard. There you go. Airport Control.
Good job.
All right, Sharon, thank you so much for stopping in. We appreciate it.
Good night, Sharon.
All right. So the next one question that we have would be what movie character is best suited to your personality? What movie character is best suited to your personality?
Movie character. Ooh.
Makes you think, huh?
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of the name of the person. My brain just went blank. Let's see.
Stifler. Mr. Crisper says Stifler would be for him.
Come on. Trying to think. Let's see. Trying to think of her name. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Duh. It's hard. It's.
Okay. So we have Jesse, Han Solo, and Rocky Balboa. All right, so Jesse, Han Solo, and Rocky Balboa.
I didn't pick Sloth Quick Draw. I'm not quite the personality of Sloth.
Hey, you guys.
Road.
All right. If Luau doesn't pick Sloth, he's not a true fan. Maybe that's in one of the other questions coming up.
You said Rocky for Eric and for LUAU.
So air pop control. Yeah, he said Rocky on both. And then he said, oops. Jeremy,
He ended up saying it though. He said LUAU Han.
yeah, so air pop control. Eric
On a
Rocky.
roll.
He is on a roll.
Yes, back to you, Caitlin, Funko Pop and Unicorns. We're going to chime in with you here in a few minutes and check on the weather. We're talking in a remote. All right. Thank you. All right.
You can't talk into your remotes now. So, hey.
All right. So now, like I said, I did have a lot of questions to go and on some of these, but I'm going to go to a couple other ones here. So if you had to become a Funko Pop for a year, which one would you pick? If you had to be the Funko Pop for a year, which one would you pick? All right. And I think this one will probably be pretty.
Oh, yeah. If they don't know, if they can't guess this, then no, they don't know any of us at all.
Okay. So we have Tony the Tiger, Mike Wazowski, and glow in the dark Jason Voorhees.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, what's up, Jake? Funko Fat Guy. How are you, buddy?
How's it going, Jake?
That's Jake from YouTube.
So basically, that would be that one right there. Now, this one I just was going to ask Andrew. So, if you were a wrestler, what would your name be if you were going to be a wrestler, and you had to come up with a name? Like, what do you think on the fly? Like, I know like there's so many great names out there, but what do you think as the wrestler? What would you name?
I'd probably stick with the LUAU. Yeah, why not?
Okay, the LUAU.
I'd be the Assassinator.
Ooh.
Assassinator. All right. Okay. So here we go.
Craig got it again. Eric is Jason, Sassy's the other, and then LUAU is Monster.
Okay. So here you go. So if aliens told you that they would disintegrate you unless you impress them with a dance move, what would you bust out? So aliens are going to disintegrate you unless you impress them with a dance move. What would you bust out? All right. So here's what we have, guys. So the question was, if aliens told you they would disintegrate you unless you impress them with a dance move, what would you bust out? You guys in the chat are trying to figure out what Sassy said, what I said, what Andrew said. So these are the answers.
No, look what Jake said.
Where's Jake at?
I'm twerking and getting vaporized anyway. Oh, man.
Oh, Mr. Christers. All right. So we have the answers. The answers are the robot, the Cabbage Patch, and the Macarena. So what do you guys think? The robot, the Cabbage Patch, and the Macarena.
Thriller.
Mark Hauser. Mm-hmm. See, I think if we went with Thriller, it'd be too easy. Too easy.
Yeah, and I think too many other people would do it. You want to try to impress them to not vaporize you. That's everybody's go-to, I think. He doesn't know what the Cabbage Patch is? Oh, come on, Christy. Come on. Whoa, he got the first one wrong. Look at Craig. You're too young. Yeah, okay. My kids even know what the Cabbage Patch is.
No, so Jeremy says the robot, LUAU with the Cabbage Patch, Sassy the Macarena, Pop Control, Eric the Robot, Sassy Macarena, Luau the Cabbage Patch. Not impressive enough, Vaporized. So let's see, the Luau the Robot, Eric Macarena, Sassy Cajun, the Cabbage Patch. There you go. So Tats, correct?
No.
Or no, not
No.
yet. That one's not right.
Nope.
And let's see, not impressive enough.
Vaporized.
Once again, what is a Cabbage Patch? You never had one of those those dolls when you were younger?
Yes, I used to bring it to school.
All right.
Look just like me.
And then this last question for you, and you can think about it while people are doing it. What TV character was a major role in your upbringing?
That's a good one.
Wait, say that again?
What TV character was a major role in your upbringing?
A major role. TV character. Oh,
Okay. So the final answers, guys, just so you know. So the Luau was the Cabbage Patch, Sassy was the Robot, and I was the Macarena. All right. So, and then once this last one, guys, is what TV character was a major role in your upbringing? Okay, so they're coming in right now. I'm trying to think real quick. For me, wow, you know, and it does. It's one of those things where I wrote it down, and now I'm starting to think. I'm like, wow. But I'm gonna have to say this one here. I'm just gonna have to do it in that regards. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, guys. So we have Sam from Who's the Boss, Alf, and Scooby Doo.
Wow, Pee Heard, Mr. Chris.
Sam from Who's the Boss. Alf. King Bob says Mr. Rogers. Pee Wee Herman for the Luau. Let's see. Jabberwockies. All right.
Crocodile Hunter. I'd vaporize all of you. Thanks, Mark.
Let's see. Here.
Wow, Craig got it again.
Craig got it again. All
And
right.
let me tell you why Sam from Who's the Boss. She had so much of an impact on me growing up that I even named my daughter Alyssa. So, yeah, that's where her name came from.
And Scooby Doo, you know, like always the mysteries and the scary stuff, and you know, I just loved sitting Saturday, you know, sitting down in front of the TV watching with a bowl of cereal, just hanging out.
One who was so loyal, no matter what, he was there. You could always depend on Scooby Doo.
Yeah.
He may not know what's going on, but he was always there to be there to, you know, whatever. Hey, Dead Zone.
And Andrew, for you with Alf.
I just remember so much with Alf growing up on Monday nights watching Alf, and hopefully they remake him. He was just so good.
And like I said, there's a lot of, and that's for you guys in the chat. You know, what was one of the, you know, something that stood out for you? What would you say that was a TV character that played a major role in your upbringing? But once again, guys, so you guys, those that are coming in and didn't get a chance to see this, because we're going to be, the Luau is not going to be able to stay with us for a long time, guys, but we wanted to run this, just to let you know, because we do work hard on our stream and because I can play it. So here we go.
Craig said, I think I watch our channels too much.
All right. All the monsters, yeah.
Yeah, that'll be good to see.
I'm watching you.
Yeah, you have the best facial expressions.
Mark Hauser, I definitely can get you a wrench, buddy. But as we're kind of rounding this out, I know Andrew, he's on the East Coast. He gets his kids, ready for school and bed, and he gets up early in the morning. And like I said, we appreciate him definitely to come and hang out with us. And just spend a little bit of time, and maybe we can arrange in season 2, because actually, Andrew, we've been signed on by YouTube for season 2 here
I
for
love it.
been around the world. So we'll definitely do that, and maybe we can venture on one of the days that get you here a little bit longer, play a couple more games with you,
Definitely.
just have some fun. So you definitely would like to invite you back for that. But anything, as you're heading out, heading into the month of November, what do people have to look forward to with the luau?
So, I mean, videos like normal, weekly giveaways. We'll have the Bearded Barbarian on this week. Sassy's going to join me soon. So, just some stuff like that. And
Andrew, I do have to say we don't cuss on this channel. I heard you say something about that BBC.
well,
but we'll let it slide this time. It's all
that
right.
BBC guy. But no, and unboxings and just sort of having fun. And I think you'll see. I always, with the holiday season, on like the end of videos, I'll say, if you can, give back to Toys for Tots, to your local food bank, and give back to the less fortunate in this holiday season. I'll always say that.
Yeah, there's a big Brandy and Umpty are joining forces, and they're going to do a big auction for Toys for Tots in November on umptyscratch.net. Go check it out for all the details.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. Like I said, Caitlin does some amazing things with the charity. Like, this is a good time of the year, guys. If you get an opportunity to reach out, we had obviously October with cancer awareness and doing some things with that. But it continues on, the gift of giving. If you have an opportunity, reach out and share with the people out there. Obviously, the Toys for Tots, there's a lot of kids out there that would enjoy the help and the donations. And Caitlin does an amazing job with it. And now adding Umpty to her payroll.
Did I say Brandy? I thought I said Caitlin.
Yeah. Well, I know Caitlin does it, but Caitlin and Brandy, sometimes, it's two peas in the pod, right? So
I'm sorry, Caitlin. I thought I said, yes, I heard Caitlin in my brain just thinking about. Sorry. It's Caitlin and Umpty.
Yeah, she's gonna be knocking on your door here pretty soon. But definitely, we appreciate you guys in the chat. If you're watching on the rewind, we absolutely appreciate you guys as well. Sassy does have a few things that we're still going to do, so we're going to hang out for a few. But we are going to say goodbye to the luau.
Thank you guys so much.
Check him out on Sunday. Make sure you guys go egg the bearded one in the chat and have a lot of fun with that. So, all right, Andrew, best wishes to you and your family.
So
Thanks for coming.
Thank you, guys. Bye.
Bye.
All right. So, guys, thanks so much for being here. Like I said, we wanted to do a few things and have a little bit of fun, with Andrew. But Sassy, we do have, in the chat, we can test our knowledge. I was going to test your knowledge with you and Andrew today a little bit, and just have some fun. But I think maybe I might be able to see if the chat wants to play or not. Let me see if I can pull this up. In the meantime,
they like to play games, so I mean,
well, we're all about involving the chat. You, what do you got going on? You said you got something to do. You're opening something.
Yeah, I have a little box from Greg and Regina at Poppin' Trades.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and throw it over to Sassy. Back to you, Sassy, and we'll be back in a few.
They had an extra soda, and I asked, and if I could get it from him, and he said yeah, so he just sent it over as a little A-OK. So I got the 2 stickers, Poppin' Trades stickers, and we shall see which soda I got. And it is a Bazooka Joe. Bazooka Joe. Finally got him. He's just a common, but I'm okay with that.
Don't pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. A great and powerful Oz.
And there he is. And I do have the pop to go with him. So
That's
I
a
think
cool.
I think I'm gonna move my sodas back in front of the pops like I used to, because my sodas are taking up so much room.
That's a cool looking GI Joe.
That's not GI Joe. It's Bazooka Joe.
Oh, but it's not a GI Joe. No.
Nope, it's a bazooka.
All right. Well,
Bazooka Joe.
Sassy, you can't promote bazookas on YouTube. I don't think you can.
Oh.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna put my sodas back in front of the matching pops, and he's going head first. Jeremy from Let's Start a Pop Collection. Because my sodas are taking up so much room.
Mhm.
I'm like, I don't think all my pops are gonna fit, so I'm gonna rearrange. It's gonna change all the time, so y'all have to be looking out to see what's different each week or each couple weeks.
All right, so I'm going to go ahead and share this with you guys just to have a little bit of fun with you guys in the chat and just test your knowledge. Sassy's going to go head to head with the chat here. We got a little battle going on. So we're going to do a little trivia here, guys, popping around the world. Threw up some 80s toys, 90s music, sports are us, ad icon, and pop culture. So basically, I want to see your test and knowledge here in the chat and Sassy to see what you want to do. So Sassy, I'm going to give you the opportunity to go first. We would have done ladies first with you and Andrew. So I'm going to let you pick a category.
Oh, first I want to say, hey, Kenneth. He said hello to me, so hello.
Kenneth, I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well, Kenneth.
Okay, we will go with 80s toys for 200.
80s toys for 200. Okay. What company's slogan was, now you're playing with power? Now you're playing with power.
Yeah, isn't that the Motu? The Masters of the Universe?
So it says what company?
Oh, what company? Mattel?
Okay, so she says Mattel. So we're going to go ahead.
Nintendo.
Power. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and pick someone in the chat. And to pick a category. Power Wheels.
Craig said he's going to excuse himself due to age issues.
But you can help the chat. You guys can work together in the chat 100%. So Craig, I know you did really well earlier. So why don't you pick a category? You can pick a category for the chat to get. And what I do is I'll take the three guesses, like for the first three guesses. And if they're not right within the first three guesses, they don't get the points. If there is right, then they'll get the points. So we'll see if they're able to do that. So Craig, you have an opportunity. You are first up to pick a category, my friend. So we'll see who has the knowledge. And there's some good ones in the chat. I definitely. So ad icons. Okay. So he's going ad icons. And for how much? How much do you want to pick? What would be the amount? 100, 200, 300, 400, or 500? We will see there what the amount comes in. He's going big. He's going big. All right, here we go. Okay. So Captain Crunch was a popular cereal, but what good is a captain without a ship? What was the name of Captain Crunch's ship? What was the name of the ship? So I'll take the first three guesses and see if they get that right to get the points.
I didn't even know it had a name.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Don't forget, I do have a wheel to spin.
Yeah, well, like I said, we'll only play a few of these. It's not going to be like a whole complete game. But wasn't one of the things that I was going to queue up. If we did have time with you in the luau. So I got the power not. So I'm waiting to see. So we got Guppy. So Dead Zone says Guppy. Fish. Guppy. The Guppy. Okay, so we're saying the Guppy. So let's see what that was.
Jake says SS tears up the roof of your mouth. Oh gosh.
All right, hold on. Let me.
The gully whumper milks away. That's so funny.
All right, let me. I'm gonna put this one again because for some reason. Do you see it popping up?
Mm-mm. I just see the chat and SASSY thing, the scoreboard.
That's weird, but I've been having issues with this game back and forth a while. Like that. So I'm gonna verify real quick. So
He said he thinks the question is too big.
Yeah, that could be it too. So yeah, they're saying the Guppy. The Guppy is definitely coming through. So
That was it.
All right.
All right.
All right. So Sassy, you have an opportunity now.
Pop culture for 500. Why not?
All right. What was the first video shown on MTV? What was the first video?
Was it a Michael Jackson video? A Thriller?
So would that be your answer?
Yes.
Okay. Video killed the radio star.
Don't know.
Obviously, it was a lead-in to go from radio to video. Was the correct tie-in there?
Oh, Jake knows that one. Wow.
All right, so we'll have Funko Fat Guy. So Funko Fat Guy, I'll let you go ahead and pick a category, my friend. So you can pick a category and an amount, and see if you can get that. And then you have is the wheel just one spin? Or how are you doing the wheel?
I don't know. It's up to you. We have like 20 something names on it, so
we're gonna probably pick the.
While they're doing this, I'm gonna go run to the bathroom.
Okay, number 8. We'll do number 8. All right. So 90s for 300. 90s for 300. Jonathan Knight, Jordan Knight, Donnie Wahlberg, and Joey McIntyre make up the New Kids on the Block. But who is the other member of the band? Who is the other member of the band? Jonathan Knight, Jordan Knight, Donnie Wahlberg, and Joey McIntyre make up the New Kids on the Block. But who is the other member of the band? All right, so he says no idea. So you get 3 guesses in the chat to see if you can come up with it. Rob Zombie. Oh, look at that, King Bob. I think King Bob might have saved you there. Now, a lot of people don't remember, but Danny Wood. Yes, Danny Wood. All right. Good old Danny Wood. So what we're going to do is I'm going to pick so Mr. Crispers, you're going to go to bat for Sassy. So this is only your question, Mr. Crispers, your only question. So, Mr. Crispers, what would you like to pick? What category? 80s toys, 90s music, sports or us, ad icon, or pop culture? What would you like to choose? And, I know you're going to be fair to Sassy. So, hopefully you'll be able to get her some points on the board. Ad icon for 300. Okay, here we go. Ad icon for 300. So, Mr. Crispers, please don't squeeze the Charmin was the catchphrase, but who was the one who said it? Please don't squeeze the Charmin was the catchphrase, but who was the one who said it? So we'll give you an opportunity, Mr. Crispers, to come through. if Sassy does arrive in time, and she can also answer it in case uh, she needs to save herself on that. But please don't squeeze the Charmin. Oh, okay, so Sassy, Mr. Christopher's picked add icons for 300 for you.
Oh, okay.
So this would be the question. Please don't squeeze the Charmin was the catchphrase, but who was the one who said it?
It was an old man. Man, I don't know his name.
You don't remember? Well, let's see if Mr. Christopher ends up with it. He does have the opportunity to answer, but so it would either be Fallen or you or Mr. Christopher's. He says, "No, damn."
That's what I'm thinking. It was a guy in glasses.
Okay,
It
so
was an old man.
Sassy, I'm going to allow Jeremy to answer for you. He says it's Mr. Whipple, so let's see. It is Mr. Whipple.
Oh, yeah.
Charmin. So I'm going to go ahead and put Sassy on the board. All right, so Jeremy, my friend, I'm going to let
Jeremy.
You're going to pick a category, Jeremy Knapp. We'll let you go ahead and pick one and an amount.
Yes, Kenneth, I know you won. I just haven't got to the 1K giveaways yet. I'm working on swap stuff right now, and then I'll work on the 1K giveaways. But I'll get to you. Don't worry.
He says that's not a $300 question. You know, if there's some people out there that I bet you the LUAU would have picked that question. He would have answered it. He would have got $300.
Nancy said the bear, so
she's thinking, yeah. Now, okay. So
right.
He wants to add icon for 200. Is that what Jeremy said?
Yeah.
Okay. In 1959, an ad first appeared that showed a suntanned little girl with a puppy exposing her white bottom. Don't be a pale face was a slogan. Don't be pale face was a slogan. But what was the product? What was the product?
Oh man, I know this one.
So we'll see if the chat can get that. Once again, first appeared that a suntan little girl with a puppy exposing her white bottom. Don't be a pale face was the slogan. But what was the product? So, Mr. Christopher, yes, we got Copper Tone. Okay, absolutely Copper Tone. Good job. Chat is on that.
I can remember the little pink bottle.
What? That's Pepto, isn't that Pepto? Doesn't that?
No, Copper Tone.
Black guy has the Pepto, right?
No, Copper Tone used to be pink too.
Okay, Sassy. So you are up. What would you like?
90s music for 500. Why not get it off the way?
All right. One hit wonder, "Steal My Sunshine" was sung by which band? Steal My Sunshine.
Oh, Nancy still uses Copper Tone. I have no clue.
You don't have a clue?
Mm-mm.
All right, we're gonna pick we're gonna see if let's go to Quick Draw and see if Quick Draw can bail you out. So, one hit wonder, "Steal My Sunshine" was sung by which band?
I mean, Nancy might know. Nancy's good with music.
Oh, so King Bob says, and Mr. Crispers, would you like to go with King Bob or Mr. Crispers?
Why do you say in Lynn?
Because Len was the band, the name of the band. Steal My Sunshine. All right, so here we go. So King Bob, we'll go ahead and give you an opportunity to pick a topic and an amount. So let me know what comes across for King Bob. And so Sassy, why we're doing this too, you want to go ahead and let them know about next week? Who do we have a guest for next week? What are we doing next week?
If they're still willing to come on. I never did get complete confirmation, but I know for sure Angie and Richard will be on. And Nancy and Cisco are supposed to come on, and Christina and Brian.
Okay. So it's like a couples night then.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So sports for 500. What number did Michael Jordan wear in an Orlando game when his jersey was stolen?
Oh my.
What number did Michael Jordan wear in an Orlando game when his jersey was stolen? Now, see, that would have been one, like if the LUAU might have picked that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and happy birthday to Cisco. So mega shout out to Cisco. 60,
Yeah.
He said, Quick Draw says 69. Mr. Christopher says, I don't know anything about sports.
But he said he really wants to say 69, but he'll say 51.
Well, I have two answers of 69 so far. So, Mr. Christopher says 51. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So actually the answer was 12.
Oh.
12. All right. So Sassy, you are still up.
Oh, geez. Let's see. We'll go 80s toys for 300.
All right. With the motto, caring is what counts, what toy product does this go to? Caring is what counts. What toy?
The only thing that comes to my mind is the Care Bears.
And there you go, the Care Bears. All right, so Sassy, good job on that one. All right, so we'll go. Who did I not pick for? Has Quick Draw picked a category? I can't remember.
Ask Nancy.
All right, so Nancy, we'll give you Nancy. You give us a category and an amount.
Nancy's smart.
Well, of course she's hanging out here watching us. I mean, come on. We know it's Nancy's smart. So definitely, what would you like to pick? 90s music for 400 is what Nancy's picking. All right. Who sang It's Like 10,000 Spoons when all you need is a knife? It's like 10,000 spoons when all you need is a knife.
Christopher says caring isn't what counts, it's what your parents can afford that counts.
Well, Mr. Christopher, is hopefully the parents can afford to at least give me some hot chocolate.
Oh, wow. Alanis Morissette.
Oh, look at that. Alanis Morissette. Nice job. All right, Sassy. What do you got?
Pop culture for 300.
All right, pop culture for 300. What is the name of the head Keebler?
Oh, man.
So I put some thought into these trivia questions.
I see that, and I know it's the Keebler Elves. Is that his name? No, that's what they're all called, the Keebler Elves.
Nancy says Eric.
Papa Elf. Papa Smurf. Oh, Lord. I have no clue.
All right, so we have Ernie.
Oh, yeah.
Good old Ernie.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go back.
Something whimsical.
Who has not picked a category? I just want to make sure if I didn't leave anybody out. If you have not picked a category, say me, and we'll see if we can do that. She said she had it before I put it up. See, that's what I'm saying. Nancy, Nancy would be a good phone to go to. Line to save. Whatever. If you had to pick someone in the chat. Okay, so all right, so we'll just go. Did I pick? So Quick Draw saying 80s toys for 500. All right. Everyone learned to skate with the Fisher-Price skates, but what was the actual name of the skates? Everyone learned to skate with the Fisher-Price skates, but what was the actual name of the skates?
Look at what Jake said. All those commercials did was make me want cookies. That's why I have a body built by Keebler. Oh, man. Between him, Quick Draw, and Crispy, I just can't keep it together.
Yeah, Mr. Crisper still owes an appearance in a robe.
I know.
So
I'm waiting.
all right. So we'll see. Everyone learned to skate with the Fisher Price skates, but what was the actual name of the skates? He says Holy Rollers. So that's one guess. We got Nancy saying 1, 2, 3 roller skates. Look at Nancy. 1, 2, 3 roller skates. All right, Nancy. 1, 2, 3 roller skates. Nancy got it. All right, Nancy. All right, Sassy.
Pop culture for 200.
All right. Whose theme song was "I Heard It Through the Grapevine"?
It was the California Raisins.
California Raisins. There you go. Nice. All right. Here we go. So we'll go back into. I'll just go back and around, whatever. So let's go. Funko Fat Guy. Go ahead and pick a category. I heard it through the grapevine.
I actually want to get some of those little figures to put in here. 90s 200.
Okay. Well, I did say Funko Fat Guy, but if he can go next. I'll just pick Mr. Crisper's. 90s for 200.
Hey, OC.
Which band sang the hit song "I'll Be There for You" for the Friends TV show? I'll be there for you. It's OCD. Get down with OCD. Yeah,
you know me.
Down with OCD.
Yeah, you know me.
Hey, we all get there, Nancy. We all get there.
Rembrandt. Gotta run, folks. Good night, Craig. We gotta get you on here, sir.
Yes, the Rembrandts.
He has some very interesting stories. Do you know he was a professional? What did he say the other day? Oh shoot. He did something professionally for a while and now I can't remember what it was. Dang it.
Well, I might come to you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Craig. We appreciate it. We appreciate it so much. Great member in the community, great supporter. Absolutely, guys. If you're not subscribed to Air Pop Control, please do.
Yeah, what are you doing? Get on it right now.
Yeah, definitely a great member of the community. All right, so Sassy, you just got that. It's your turn, Sassy. They just got that Rembrandts.
Yeah, okay. Bum, 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 bum. Pop culture for 400.
How many nephews does Popeye have?
I only know of one.
You're saying that Popeye has only one nephew?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
4. All right. I know that sometimes you think of like Huey, Dewey, and Louie and all that, but remember he used to tie him up. They used to tie Popeye up and kind of go from there. All right, so Funko Pack Guy got the next question, right? Yeah, so Funko Pack Guy, you get the category for this one. Nancy's like, oh, no, they're afraid of the sports questions to get them right. And once again, when I did prep this, it was anticipation of having the Sassy and the Luau battle out. So sports for 200. All right, here we go. What 2 NBA stars were hyped as the Mauler and Rodzilla for a WCW wrestling match?
I know half of it.
What 2 NBA stars were hyped as the Mauler and Rodzilla for a WCW wrestling match?
The Mauler. Yeah, I knew that one. I knew half of it.
Half of Dennis. So Dennis Rodman, but think think more west towards the West Coast, like not exactly West Coast, but a little bit before, somewhere in that middle part area. Uh, and think another clue would be Sassy lives in a state that basically she lives in a state that's very popular for this kind of music.
Hmm?
What is one of the main musics in your state, Sassy?
Zydeco.
There you go. King Bob got it. So jazz. Well, jazz would
Oh,
be.
jazz. Yeah, that's New Orleans.
Yep. So, but that's state. I did say state. So, state of Louisiana would be New Orleans. And so,
Carl Malone.
Carl Malone and Dennis Rodman. Yes,
What is jazz? Oh, because he played for the Jazz.
he
Okay.
played for the Utah Jazz. All right. So, Sassy, you're up. What do you got?
Oh, geez. 80s toys for 400.
All right. 80s toys for 400. We'll see if Sassy can climb back in. Otherwise, we got to declare the chat the winner as we're coming through. So, Strawberry Shortcake, but who's her friend? Who is her friend? Strawberry Shortcake, we all know, but who is her friend?
The Lemon Girl. What's her name? Come on, Nancy. Type in the chat. What's her name? Oh, yeah, Blueberry Muffin.
Blueberry Muffin.
Yeah, who cares all pie?
All right, so this last one right here, we'll see if Sassy can climb within really close here, and see if she can try to figure this out. But with Sassy, we're going to give you ad icon for 400. All right. So a father and his great grandson, along with their golden retriever, can be seen in TV commercials talking about keeping the product a secret.
Bush beans.
Bush Big Beans. All right, there you go.
I've been to the museum there.
You've been to the museum?
All right. The Bush Museum.
All right, so now we're going to give, Sassy, we're going to give an opportunity here for you are going to be able to pick two categories. Okay, so if you get them right, you're going to tie, and we're going to give the chat an opportunity to take it home for the win. But if you do get them right, and the chat doesn't get that win, then obviously we're going to let you guys tie. But we're just playing around with it. So, what two categories would you like? What category would you want now?
Let's do 80. I want to say 80s toys, but you've been doing some hard ones. I guess I'll go with pop culture.
Pop culture 400. The dog would drink some Bud Light. This dog would drink some Bud Light.
Oh, it's the what was his name? Oh no, it's not Chico. The Budweiser dog. What was his name? I used to have all kind of stuff with him on it. She was supposed to be in bed. What was his name?
All right, see if you
and when you click it, I'm gonna be like, oh yeah.
All right, we'll let you phone Umpty.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So Spuds McKenzie. All right, so Sassy, I'll give you one. Now you get one more chance. So, what category you want?
We'll do 80s toys.
In 1980, you may have opened Christmas morning a gift of an Atari 2600, but which game console did it come with? So in 1980, you got the Atari 2600, but it came with a game console. And what was that game console?
in
Do
1980.
do you feel like you're combating a little bit? You know, Sassy. Do you feel like you're in some kind of combat? You know, like I mean,
I was
definitely.
thinking of it starts with a G, but I don't think that's it. That was one of the Atari games.
Jeremy Knapp's talking about asteroids here. So, so, so Auntie Scratch says combat. We have
He
Space
also
Invaders.
said Space Invaders.
Uh huh.
Wasn't the console that? Yeah, it was called. That's what the Yes, Galaga.
Now,
Jake said first.
do you think the Galaga was the very first game with the Atari 2600? Now, remember that's a testing game as far as like they had to evolve a little bit, right, before they got to that Frogger and Donkey Kong and Galaga, like, right? I mean, so there's a couple of little, games that might have came before. Come on, Sassy.
I don't remember combat. Is that what it is?
Oh, Sassy just said combat. Okay, I heard combat. Let me see.
I
Oh,
don't
look at
remember.
that, Sassy combat. You did it, Sassy. Awesome. Great job on that. All right, so now it's a tie game. So we're going to give the chat an opportunity to pull this one out. And so, Umpty Scratch, we're going to give you a chance to pick the category and out of the remaining three, and you'd only need at least 100 to win. But here we go. Umpty Scratch, what would you like to send it home with? Yeah, it still has his Atari. Yeah, that's awesome, Nancy. That's cool because I remember playing Pitfall and
Yes, that was
Donkey.
one of my favorite games. Pitfall.
Yeah, I think we played Pitfall for a
That
long
one
time.
and River Raid, where you had to
River Raid.
yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Right now, I do Frogger at school in the hallways. Trying to go from classroom to
Oh
classroom.
yeah.
All right, so ag time for fun. Okay, guys, so this is an opportunity for the chat to get this, to take it home. What was the first name of Colonel Sanders of KFC? What is the first name of Colonel Sanders of KFC?
Oh man, I know this one too. Can't think of it, but I've heard it before. Yep. Yep.
All right, so let's
oh yeah, Jake, you know the food ones.
all right, Harlan Sanders. Nice, guys. So the chat squeaks it out, Sassy. The chat has evolved as the winners today. So that is awesome, chat. We applaud you 100%. You definitely, like I said, we are pulling up the Conestoga wagons. Mad Hats is dancing for you guys, 100%. We definitely we're gonna give you guys we're gonna give you a hug, chat. We're gonna give you a hug.
Oh,
There you go.
that's nice.
No, I know. Like I said, we did have the luau here earlier, and and then it got late, and wait, yeah, 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 falling asleep. Oh, sorry, nighty night, luau. We know he's got to get up early. He's got a lot of things that he does. So, Sassy, what you have is the wheel, and I'm going to add that.
We have 25 names on the wheel. And you said we were shuffling it 8 times?
I was going to say pick the number 8 winner.
Oh, 8 coming off the wheel. Okay.
Yeah, number 8. Whoever comes off number 8, that's your winner. And that's how we're going to do it. So,
all right. Well, ready?
Since now, obviously he likes Michael Jordan, so I'm not going to really say shuffle it 23 times. But he did use the number 12 once, so let's shuffle it 12 times.
Okay.
All right, Nancy, you have a great night. Thank you for hanging out.
Good night, Nancy. Hope you feel better.
Nancy's almost out. Yep, she's fighting it. All right, Nancy.
Okay, number 8. You ready?
All right.
Oh.
One, two. Great supporter, great supporter. So while we're doing that, I will just say, Sassy, is it really the luck of the early bird that gets the worm, or is it the bad luck of the worm? I don't know. You know.
I don't know.
Sassy, dating has been hard with this online, the pandemic these days. But I figure, Sassy, that I should try to date an archaeologist. Because as the older I get, the more she might be interested in me.
All right, the next one wins. Let's go.
There we go.
OCD.
Almost Christmas. Congrats, OCD. There you go. And we just recently had OCD. Get down with OCD. Yeah, you know me. Get down with OCD. So congrats to that. It's awesome. Sassy, how are you on your algebra? Are you do pretty good on algebra? Well, because I know you take classes and stuff. Like these days, schools, they want to like force algebra at you, like it's like like the best thing out there since sliced bread. But the only thing that I really understand, Sassy, is that when I look at my X, sometimes I ask why. It's just, I mean, that's just kind of how it is, That's the only algebra that, But
no, when I started school, I made sure that I took something that didn't require math. I had one math, and that was it.
Yeah. Well, to me, it just doesn't all add up.
No, it doesn't. I'm not a good mathematician.
Ham
Fam, I got here in time to say goodnight.
Hello, Ham Fam. Thank you, Scott, so much. So I'll ask you. I'm going to ask you one more time. Here's one for you, Sassy. If you had the power to shrink any object and carry it in your pocket, what would it be?
I have no clue. Shrink any object. Carry it in my pocket.
So, like, if you had to shrink, you can shrink Mr. Cajun for a day, and you can carry him around in your pocket. Be like, hey, pipe down in there, all right, honey bunny, I love you, but. What about you in the chat? Was there something that if you could shrink down any object and just kind of carry it around in your pocket for with you for the day, what would you bring? Would it be I don't know. You could make. Here's what you could do. You could take the blender. You can shrink it down, and make mini milkshakes, and just have them all day long. The calories aren't that much. You just make some mini milkshakes.
Well, look at what Jake just said. There was someone in their live chat earlier that would have chosen Gym Pops. Okay. You can work on it easier. I was thinking about an alligator or a monkey or something that,
Yeah, I mean, something really cool, and then maybe at the last minute, like, let's say you got like an alligator in your pocket, right? Then you're going down you end up going down the alleyway, and some guys, like, they try to like mug you, and you like just throw the alligator out and get them all big again.
Yeah, take it out of your pocket and you throw it like a superhero thing, and then it just pops out into regular size and attacks them.
Mudslides, or maybe you can have a little tiny Michael Myers. You know, I can shrink a Michael Myers. um, but definitely, we like to have a little bit of fun, the best we can, and that's kind of what we were looking to do with this chat. And next week's going to be a lot of fun too, because we're going to have some couples. It's going to be kind of like
Yes, make sure you wear stuff or go to the bathroom ahead of time. Wear diapers, pee pants, because we're going to be laughing. Let me tell you.
So here's something else we'll do with the chat real quick. They can play along, Sassy. This is called Fortunately or Unfortunately. Okay, and so, for example, let's say, fortunately, I made it to the post office in time.
Mm-hmm.
And you would say, unfortunately, the line was extremely long. And then I would say, but fortunately, I found $100 on the floor when I was walking out. So you see how you're kind of fortunate.
Yeah, we'll just keep adding on to it.
Okay, so you're adding on. So we would use the chat. So it's fortunately, unfortunately, fortunately. So the chat would be fortunately. So what would you like to start off with? Would you like to do the fortunately or the unfortunately?
Unfortunately.
Okay. So I'll go ahead and start it off. Fortunately, when I sat down at the restaurant, I was sitting right next to a celebrity.
Unfortunately, it was the first thing that pops in my mind, which I don't want to say it, is Bob Ross.
Unfortunately, it was Bob Ross.
Oh yeah, he had a big mess up. So he went to the post office to mail his swap box. And his box was too big, and they wanted to charge him $51 to ship it. So fortunately, he found a smaller box to ship it in.
Yeah, that's so crazy. So
that's a good one, Zach.
Zach said they
had
had bad
gas.
gas. Okay, not bad. All right, so Sassy, now you started with fortunately.
Fortunately, the weather has been very nice here lately.
Unfortunately, I am only wearing winter clothes. And then basically,
but fortunately, you'll be prepared whenever it gets to be winter.
Well, the chat would throw in their fortunately answer in regards. So let's see if anybody does that right there. Okay, and then Rimet. Yeah, I mean, definitely. Like I said, I have like I said, a couple of games, set up in the queue for this next week that we'll have some fun. 100%. Fortunately, you are in Alaska, so the weather is nice. But fortunately, you are in Alaska, so yes, the weather's nice. But I do have some nice clothes, winter clothes, so that works. So you see how you kind of like get the chat involved. They get to answer something.
Yeah.
You answer something. There's another game. It's called. So it's called Rimet. And so, for example, like if I said two, you could say
who,
and I could say shoe.
Woo.
And so you would go back and forth to see who can say them the longest, type of thing is kind of what you would do. So you would pick a song, you pick something, and you would try to rhyme it. And then we have this other game that's kind of fun to play, but unfortunately, we needed to have another person here. So we have. So it's called What's Behind Me, right? And so I would give you an example. So Sassy, I'm going to in the private chat read it out to you, and you're going to try to without giving it away, you're going to try to describe it to the chat and see if they can guess what it is.
Okay.
You're going to give them clues in regards, and we'll see if they can figure that out. So let me see here what I wanted to do. All right. I'm looking at the examples that I have. Okay. Okay. So I'll just do this one right here. Now, this you would have to try to describe to the chat without giving away the answers and see if they can figure out what you're trying to say or see at this time. Okay. And, all right. So here
as of right now, the Braves are winning 7-0. In case you wanted to know.
It sounds like they're going to lock up that World Series. And amazing whoever had picked the Braves put money down on them to win the World Series. I'm sure you're going to come away with a pretty penny, a good penny in that sense, especially at the beginning of the year. All right. So as you see what I put in there.
Yeah. Okay,
so what you're going to try to do is you're going to explain to the chat. You want them to now. You can't use those words, but you can use things in relation to those words. So, for example, Monica, right? So you would be able to read them off, and then you would just basically try to get them to see what they can be doing if they're able to figure that out or not.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna try it and see how it goes. There was a bunch of people that were on a show in front of a store with a big circle on the store making that part stumps me.
Okay, so when you look at it, so when you think of The Mask, Jim Carrey, Tommy gun.
Okay. So there's a bunch of people that were on a show together, and they were in front of a store with a big circle on it, and they were making things. Oh man, they were making things like the mask, what the mask made in the movie The Mask. Whenever he made the Tommy gun. Oh, that's weird.
All right, so basically what this would be, guys, is so let's see if I can get them to say it. So you have Joey, Monica, and Chandler. Okay, they are in front of a store with a red circle and has a dog as a mascot, and they are all outside, and they have a device that they put hot air into something that turns into like a kitty cat or a dog or a lion. So what do you think that might be?
I didn't know we could say that.
Well, that's why I'm giving you the example of it. So you know what I'm saying? As long as you just don't use those words that we put on there, or basically what you're trying to do is just you're trying to describe that to a T at the best you can.
Balloon animals in front of Target. Okay, but who was doing the balloon animals in front of Target?
Some Chandler, Monica,
Joey, Phoebe. There you go. friends with balloons.
So yes, it would be the cast of friends making balloon animals in front of target. So so you got it. All right, so Sassy, try this one. See if you can figure this one out.
I got most of it.
Yeah, and once you kind of get the hang of it, you can kind of go through them. But so here you go.
Let me see what it says. Okay, it's a big boat. Some guy was putting an image of someone who wears a red suit that shoots webs.
So let's see if they can figure out what it was that you would be seeing, what you would be looking at.
That was a guy who was putting an image on a big boat.
Now you can say, okay, so the guy, okay, so we have a Funko soda of him, and he's flocked, and he has big hair.
Yeah. Spider-Man, that's part of it, on a ship.
So, but what is it? So this ship has Jack and Rose.
Bob Ross. There you go.
Now, see you see how you start piecing it together a little bit, like you just kind of get little clues. So it was Bob Ross painting Spider-Man on
What ship?
the Titanic. So there you go, Bob Ross painting Spider-Man on the Titanic. So do you see how you get that one?
Yeah.
All right, so this one right here would be. Let's see. All right.
Oh, jeez. A buff dude, when he eats his spinach, he's buff. Was how do you explain that?
He had his hands all over.
Okay, he had his hands all over this amazing, legendary basketball player.
Working out the kinks.
There you go. That's a good one. Before the game. Hands down the best basketball player of all time. If you listen to the LUAU.
Mm-hmm. And he eats his spinach.
Popeye massaging Michael Jordan. There you go.
Popeye massaging Michael Jordan. So there you go. See, Humpty. So do you see, and that's kind of what you're doing is you're giving. Now what you think, Sassy, is sometimes you're trying to like not give away too much, but it's okay as long as you're not just actually like you want them to kind of figure out what you have, but you don't want to use you don't want to say Popeye, so you want to use something different. You want to use Michael Jordan the best you can. So, but you can still paint that image Popeye eats spinach, so you can use those add-ons. So like here, let's see if you can do this one, Sassy.
Wait, I made one for you.
Okay. All right. So this would be, someone who hosts a show that goes around the world, and is a male, and would be actually in a huge music type in New Orleans, a huge music type ceremony like gathering, and would be on top of a creature that is part of Louisiana and known for, or part of Sassy's channel. So you would kind of have that.
Actually, just got a new one the other day.
Yeah, with the turkey.
No, I just think.
So it would be this person in a music type extravaganza in the state of Louisiana. Yeah, Eric on a gator float for Mardi Gras. Close, but so a festival music. Think also, what is Louisiana known for, or New Orleans?
You actually said it earlier. That's why I used it.
Yeah.
So this is my newest gator.
Is that Wally Gator?
No, Louis.
Louis. Oh, from Disney. Okay.
Yeah, from Princess and the Frog.
That's a cool one.
Yeah.
Now you can have like a shelf where you just have all gators.
I might. I still contemplating how I want to arrange everything. You know, I'll be changing it all the time anyway. So
Umpty was kind of close in regards, but when you think of like music gatherings where people go and listen to music in Louisiana, they're known for this. And Karl Malone played for this NBA team. So it would be basically what it would come down to is Eric riding an alligator at the jazz festival.
We have a big music festival here where I live too. It's Festivals International HAWAIIAN.
Huh?
Where music from all over comes and performs here.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so because we're in the month of November, and obviously there's a lot of this going on, so let's see if we get this one, Sassy. So these singers are definitely not wannabes, and they are not eating, but when you eat something, you also do something with it. You know, you put it in a glass, a beverage, and usually in Halloween you go and pick out this in a big like acre area. You would go and pick your own, and you pay for it, right? And so these girls are definitely not wannabes, and they are basically having a certain beverage in this place. If you want to be my lover, you can be mine.
Oh, the Spice Girls.
Okay, Spice Girls. So when you don't eat, you do what? What else do you do at the table where you're eating and
Drinking.
Okay, so Spice Girls drinking a holiday beverage. In the month of,
pumpkin spice latte or something like that.
There you go. So the Spice Girls drinking pumpkin latte in a, where was the place, a big area that you go and pick out?
Oh, the pumpkin patch.
And the pumpkin patch. So there you go.
Have you ever ate at that place I sent you in the video? I didn't know. I was busy at that time, Umpty. I didn't get to watch the video. What was the name of the place and where was it? Probably, but it depends on where it was. Because Eric always wants to associate with me with New Orleans, but I have maybe been to New Orleans 10 times my whole life. I don't go to New Orleans very often.
Well, New Orleans is in Louisiana. You live in Louisiana, so therefore you are guilty by association.
Yeah, but everybody wants to put me over there, but I'm not. I'm 2 hours away, and it's
Well, it's easier sometimes in Lafayette. When you say Lafayette, some people like you
yeah.
said, New Orleans is obviously a bigger, and you like the Saints, so it's easy to want to group you one of these things.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've been there. It's right, not that far from my house, actually. It's a small little place, and the food is very spicy, but it's really good. Home on the 2-pound stuff linked. Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
I've only eaten there once or twice, but it's down the road from my house. Yeah, maybe 5 miles down the road, maybe.
Well, we so like I said, we knew that the luau was going to be having to leave a little bit sooner than normal, but we hope you did enjoy the show. In regards, we appreciate everybody, just supporting, hanging out, and being there. We do have a lot of things in the month of November coming up, to look forward to. We obviously, boxes are being sent out for the Christmas swap. I know that's starting to take place. Um, and I know, like for me, I think I'm mailing mine out tomorrow. I'm going to finish packing tonight. I was waiting for one thing. But we also have the Rue Crew is going to be celebrating this month for their 1K.
And you're celebrating, and I didn't realize, but it's on a Sunday.
So the reason, and I figured you were going to be celebrating with me, and I know you do your show on Sunday, because the last time on Sunday, it seemed like when we did do a show, a lot of people were more apt to do it on Sunday. So we have a milestone on our channels. We all hit milestones from time to time, and I didn't really get a chance to really do the 1K celebration the way that I wanted to. A lot of people were doing them at the time. Of course, my cat. he just woke up from his nap, so he wants his.
He wants to play.
Yeah, he wants his treats.
Birdie.
What do you got to say about that? Yeah. All right. But so generally, we hit milestones, and so we want to kind of reach out and celebrate milestones. And that's kind of what we're doing is I'm kind of celebrating that 1K in a way, and I'm also celebrating recently we hit the 1,500, and so we just want to thank everybody in the community, people out there that really, just that we consider family, and just have some fun. And of course, we're going to give stuff away. And one of the things that I realized with the giveaways too, guys, I'm going to do a lot of gift cards and like PayPal, and like if you want something on Amazon, maybe like, if you look at a lot of the shipping, and I maybe some other people out there might think about it too. If you look at what the shipping's costing these days, like, it's really hard. I mean, you want to send like pops and you want to send sodas, and there might be one of them or two of them, who knows. But I think, if I said, hey, here's a gift card, you get an opportunity to go pick out what you want, instead of me just giving away what I'm going to give away, you get an opportunity to pick something out that, is going to benefit you, because a lot of times you win something that might not fit your collection, and you're like, okay, it's cool, I want it, but it still didn't fit my collection. So I want to be able to do that. We'll have some fun, have some people stop in, say hi. So we're going to do that on November 14th, I believe that we had it.
Yeah, I think that's what you had said.
Yeah, and so generally it will be on a Sunday, and like Sassy's doing her shows. Well, actually, probably Sassy can before she hops on with me, she can stop in for maybe Sassy's Sunday a little bit earlier and just get her hello in. But that's kind of what we're looking to do now. And I know, Sassy, you're doing Sassy Sunday. Unfortunately, that Barbarian guy was on your show last week. And
yeah, this week I'm gonna have King Bob.
King Bob.
King
Bob. Have you ever seen Urban Cowboy?
Mm-hmm.
And the guy's name was Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob.
Uncle Bob. It always it goes right perfect. Uncle Bob. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
But yeah, so we're gonna do that, have some fun, and just rounding out the month of November. We got some people. Why don't you let us know who's going to be coming on in the month of November?
Well, if you were wanting me to help you with your celebration, then I would not do Sassy Sunday, just so I could, like you did with me. You ran my stream for me and helped me. So I wouldn't do my Sassy Sunday. That way I could be there to celebrate you.
Well, I appreciate that. And like I said, that's why like with Sundays, I just figured like I was looking at a couple of things. I know the Root Crew was going to do theirs later.
They're
Um,
doing theirs on a Friday.
yeah, and they normally do a Friday, and I just figured Sunday is usually sometimes a decent amount of days that we've seen people go and be able to go to streams or
Yeah.
top or whatever. Um,
So yeah, next week we have the couples challenge. The couples. We have after that we have Ryan Milky from Scotland.
Scotland, we're gonna go to Scotland. Now, do they wear the kilts out there in Scotland, Sassy? Is that the one, the place? Do they wear kilts out in Scotland,
Yeah,
Ryan?
I would assume so. Yeah.
Okay, and so definitely we're gonna go international. And once again, international. We love whether it's in Canada, whether you're in the Philippines, whether you're in Mexico, whether you're in Australia,
Australia.
the UK. We definitely support everybody in this community. And that's the way you got to do it, guys. Everybody has channels. Everybody does things. Please, show some love all over the place. Find a new channel, and pick a new channel this week. Go search and find somebody international.
Night
Stop
cats.
in and say hi. So
Um, and I recently have really started talking to Ryan a lot. So I'm probably gonna start this week starting to ask him questions, seeing if he can go out and film around his area and stuff like that. So we can, I mean, I've never been to Scotland, so I definitely want to see what it looks like, even if it's just an empty field, you know?
Well, I know he was a little nervous about coming on and stuff. I said, "Don't worry about it. We won't abuse you too much." But I think he should go in and be like, go into some of the pubs. Be like, have you ever heard of Eric and Sassy? Have you ever popped in around the world? And then people say, "Oh, I've been around the world." Yeah, you popped in around the world. Awesome. Like just go have some fun with it. That's kind of what you want to do. It's just remember when you come on our show each week could be different. You never know what you're going to get. But we like to have fun, and we appreciate our guests 100%. So we have couples. We have Ryan Milky,
And then we have paparazzi.
Papa Ross. Is that was
They're
that?
a new
Do we have
channel.
Lady Gaga?
I don't know. They're a new channel, Paparazzi Pops.
They were on Slap Shots. I seen them.
Okay, and then Baby Ice after that.
Do 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 do. All right, ice.
And then December, she's gonna be our first December guest, and then the rest of the month we're just gonna have like, we're gonna do like are we doing like a game night, or we're gonna bring back some past guests for a reunion type thing, and our
Don't okay. So Bearded Barbarian. That's like in February. Like that's what she said in February. It wasn't December. I'm sorry, but yeah, past guests. Yeah, we're going to be doing some different types of shows in December, leading up to obviously Christmas break and stuff like that. I also know one of my goals that I'm trying to do for December is to take the boys to Disneyland. So maybe by the grace of the Disney gods, I'll get an opportunity maybe to interview Mickey Mouse, and pop in around the world with Mickey Mouse, and we'll do that. But um, so December will be up ahead, and that'll be a lot of fun. So these next couple of months, a lot of fun to round out the year, guys. And then, like I said, we'll probably maybe take, we'll see how we play it out. Sassy and I will talk about it. But then we'll be back, for season 2. Thanks to YouTube, we've sat down and worked hard on a contract and negotiated. And, Sassy drew a hard line in the sand, and they said, okay, guys, you can do it. So we're going to have season 2, and we're looking forward to, signing you guys up again to come around to season 2. And we want to get some footage. It's popping around the world. So we want to see where you go, what you do. Like, get out there and show us stuff, because we want that experience 100%. But definitely, Sassy, we are going to get ready to head out. It's been a great night with everybody. We're obviously past the 2.5 mark, and we cannot say thank you enough, guys. But look for us down the road, future post notifications. Hopefully, you guys are enjoying the videos of the promos. We work hard and come up with ideas and just to try to make it entertaining. And we'll definitely do that coming up soon. So we're getting ready to head out. So Sassy, waving goodbye. We're going to say thank you guys so much for watching. I am Eric, 2 boys and their pops. And that is the lovely, beautiful Sassy Cajun. You guys have a good one. Bye. And thanks for watching. If you're watching on the rewind, go ahead and
next time.
Subscribe to us both.
Until next time, laissez le bon temps rouler.
And I say the exit sign is on the right. All right, here we go.
Take you